Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Honestly. I'm Chelsea Toronto.
And I'm Dr. Lindsay.
And welcome.
And before we get started, make sure that you like, subscribe, follow at The Honestly Show on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts.
Did you know you can text us too?
Yeah, you can text us too. Look at the show notes. Send us a text.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
We would love that.
Oh, I love it.
We just found that out, and that's very exciting.
Oh, it's awesome. All right. Well, Lindsay was out of town last week, and we are going to do a rapid catch up. There's so much I bet you can tell us, but just tell us 3 highlights.
Okay. The highlight number 1 was surprising Austin.
Yeah.
Because I made him go through hoops, rigmarole, to throw him off the scent of where we were going. He had no clue. He didn't even believe me when we got to our layover in Dallas that we were going anywhere else until we were literally on the plane to Costa Rica. So he was in shock. Like, that was highlight number 1.
Yeah.
Highlight number 2 was the surfing. He learned how to surf. I learned how to surf. You know, I'm not a water child. I did it a little bit, and I said, that's
okay.
That's good. And then I watched him and I cheered him on.
Yeah, that's all he wanted.
Yep, I know. That's all I wanted. He just wanted me to be a content creator for him.
I'd be like, oh my God, you're doing amazing. You're so hot out there.
And then number 3 is actually going back to Wisconsin for his surprise party.
Oh.
Because there were 50, 60 people at his surprise party, and my family even showed up. My mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my niece, and my nephew.
That was your favorite part of the...
It was... The reason why it was one of my favorite parts is because, check that off the list, I saw them. And it was really nice to be in a big area with many people, so we're not concentrated on each other. I can get up and talk and circle back.
Who did they talk to? Just themselves?
Just themselves, and then Austin's parents came to say hi to them. And people were asking me, oh, those are your parents? Yeah. Oh, I would like to meet them. Okay, go. Not stopping you.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a very lovely experience. Honestly, I was shocked.
I can't believe that is in the top 3.
I know.
That's blowing my mind right now.
I know. And my mom brought me a present, so that's why.
Oh, tell me again what the present was?
It was a Starbucks mug from Tahoe.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
I
good.
know. I love presents.
Yeah, it felt like you were gone for a really long time this time.
It really did.
It was a doozy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been doing since I've been gone?
Well, she's doing that to bait me to tell you, yeah, no, I'm not doing great. I'm not bad. I'm just not thriving.
When I rolled up today
at noon,
you could tell she was just laying down. She just sat up. She's like, no, I just texted you that I'm not doing well. Don't come over. And her hair's like in a top bun. She's watching TV. She's cutting with Butch. And I just came over and gave her a hug. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's great. I was trying to give you a heads up. I'm not my finest. Lindsay said this happens every year. Mm-hmm. Which is great.
Right around this time. Right around this time, because it's the anniversary time of your dad's
death.
Yep. And then the holidays. And you don't like these holidays.
I don't.
So yeah, I'm ready for this every single year.
Thank you, Halloween. Yeah, no, I don't know. And this year I'm a little emotional about it. I don't like have anything to say. It's just my eyes keep sweating.
Uncontrollably.
Did you hear that this lady, I didn't really look at it. Speaking of eyes sweating, this woman and her 2 children, one was like 7 and the other one was like little, like 5 months, jumped off into Niagara Falls.
Oh. Are you sure she didn't drag her child with her?
They may have.
Probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a way to go.
Oof.
Mommy! She's like, here. Well, look at the waterfall. Get a little bit closer.
I can see my mom doing
that. Do you want to touch it? Get out there and touch it.
Just a little.
And then she actually shoves him.
2 of them.
Yeah.
All 3 went over.
Wow, that's sad.
It's a homicide.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Also, speaking of waterfalls.
It could be worse, right? Yeah.
Now that reminds me.
What? Tell me.
It's time for...
Oh, Lindsay's Cozy Critter of the Week.
Yeah.
What do we call it? The Lindsay's Cozy Corner? Cozy Critter Corner.
Cozy Critter Corner.
Tell me, I want to hear about some creatures.
Because waterfalls remind me of Costa Rica. And this, you guys, is on the ground Cozy Critter reporting.
I'm not that bad if I'm laughing.
This is a real life story from yours truly. Didn't even have to source this from anyone else.
Tell me.
Okay. We were on our way back from our jungle tour, and there's howler monkeys that are swinging from the trees coming back into town. So we stop and look at them because I want to see the monkeys.
Duh.
We get out, and then we park on the side of the road. And on the side of the road, I see this little fluffy thing in the grass. I'm like, oh my God, Austin, I think that's a dead monkey.
Oh, no.
And Juan Carlos, our tour guide, I was like, Juan Carlos, I think that's a dead monkey. And he goes over there and he touches it. Oh no, she just knocked herself out. This little baby monkey fell from the tree.
Oh.
She was still gripping onto her little branch that she fell off.
Oh, I know. Is she dead?
No.
Okay.
This is what happened. He like picked her up. I'm like, should you be touching a monkey?
It's Costa Rica, no holds bar.
Yeah.
We touch animals here.
So he picked her up, and she's holding onto her little branch.
Oh.
She's holding onto him, and he puts her on a tree. But then she starts climbing on a branch and starts wilting all over again. She is a really bad picker of branches.
Me too. I pick bad branches all the time.
See, this is your girl.
I love cozy critters.
So then Juan Carlos takes her off the branch that's wilting over, walks her across the street, puts her on a very sturdy trunk, and we sit there and we wait until she starts climbing up the tree to get back to her
She doesn't
mama.
like it hard, does she?
She likes it soft. She likes a flaccid branch.
In this day and age, it's all you can find. They say they can't take the pills because they make them nauseous. But I think they're just lazy.
They're lazy.
Take them for the team. Juan Carlos did.
Yeah, Juan Carlos did. He saved that girl's life, that little monkey life.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
What would you have done if she had been dead? Would you have done like a burial and like given it a proper service?
No, I would have looked away and been really sad.
Yeah.
Oh, because side note, also on the way back from the jungle, there was a body bag on the side of the road with a body in it.
How did that make you feel?
I was like, huh. Thought it was fairly safe here. Who knows what happened there? Mm-hmm.
It could be anything.
I know.
People die all the time.
I know, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah. Anyways.
Good times.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So did you buy anything while I was gone? What are you buying?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Did I?
We bought some new stuff for the studio.
Yeah, we're going to have a remodel.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Time for a monthly remodel.
That's not every month.
No, every quarter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we're excited. It's going to look even better than we already do.
Oh, let me tell you what I bought. I bought a crew neck sweatshirt in Costa Rica, because if you don't come home with a sweatshirt, you weren't there.
I know. It's sweatshirt season and I'm not prepared.
Oh, what you wanted to buy was a new sweat set. So we were on the hunt for a sweat set the other day. Where you go? TJ Maxx, Target. There's nothing to be had. I think you should just go back on Amazon and buy
what
whatever.
I have.
Yeah. Buy a new one.
I think so. There was nothing wrong with it. I don't want a black one.
What about the brown one?
Yeah, I'll get a brown one.
Or blue one.
Mm-hmm. I'm not 100% like 5 out of 5 like depressed because I'm still like operating, but give me downtime, I will not look great and I'll be in bed. But I've been watching a lot of shows.
You've been watching so many shows.
And there is a direct correlation between the amount of TV I watch and my mental health.
And right now the TV watching is really up.
It's really high.
Mm-hmm. What have you been watching?
Let's see, what did I watch? Insatiable? Yo, this show is fucking crazy. Lindsay said it's because I don't watch... Okay, it's a show on Netflix. I guess it's been out. It first debuted in 2018 or 19. It's a 2-series, 10-episode kind of sitcom. She is called... Her name is Patty, but the story goes like this. She is fat until she gets punched in the nose by a homeless dude, in which they have to, like Kanye West, wire her mouth shut. She loses 70 pounds. Comes back her senior year of high school, hot blonde bombshell. And then her attorney gets her into pageants. So her nickname used to be Fatty Patty. And instantly I was like, oh, Josie Grossi. I
resonated.
Oh man. I was like, I haven't gone to prison or been beat up by a homeless person, but otherwise everything else kind of tracked. But the things that they show, okay, so her attorney becomes her pageant coach. Well, he at first represents that he's straight, but you're like, I'm getting gay vibes from this gentleman. And there are so many lines blurred, like nothing is taboo. they have like a sexual tension, and you're like, are they hitting on each other? In the like first couple of episodes, she's like, I want to sleep with my pageant coach, and I was like, good God. He reminded me of what's the guy?
Oh, like Chris Chrisley?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys know what that is. It's that gentleman from a reality show. He's from the South. He's from Georgia. I wonder if this character is based off him.
I feel like he could be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And like he's married to and clapping hard for Alyssa Milano. Girl, you have found the fountain of youth. You look fucking good. Mm-hmm. Although it was
5 years ago.
8 years ago. I haven't seen you.
I guess I should see an updated.
Yeah, but you look really good then. Anyway, and then there's gay sex, and then there's three ways, and then there's like, a dildo saves the day. And I'm just like, this is what they show. And Lindsay's like, yeah, this is all sitcoms. You just watch boring documentaries. And I was like, holy fuck, this is what you guys are watching on the regular? Shit is like triple X out there.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I feel like that's pretty standard. Mm-hmm. Nothing in that show is really shocking. It's more just hilarious.
It is shocking. Shocking. Okay, well, if you want a boring show, I have one to tell you. However, it's a true story, and that's what's really great about it. Okay, it was a documentary that I just happened to stumble on, and I love historic, and this is why you, my friend, are going to like it. It's a historical story about, her name is Jeanne de Berry.
Jeanne de Berry.
Let's just call her Jeanne.
Okay.
It's just such an ugly name.
Jeanne.
Anyway, she was the courtesan or like she wasn't a hooker, but goods were exchanged, and she was his main situationship. How about that?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
King Louis the 15th. And liked her. She moved her in, got her all this stuff, and like they were hot and heavy until he died, and then she was kicked out and then sent to a convent. Long story short. Johnny Depp starred in this movie. I think it's his first movie since his trial and all this stuff. And so this is 2023. Turns out that, like I said, it's a real story. So I went back and read the one, like, she was gifted a servant.
Oh.
He was a 7-year-old African boy. She raised as her personal valet.
Whoa. That's wild.
Why?
Here is a 7-year-old black boy for you. Enjoy. Do with him what you please.
Yeah, no, she was kind to him. And she raised him, and he became, and
did they end up being mother-son relationship?
No, mistress servant.
Okay.
But he spoke of her very highly. Anyway, he wrote the book, and I'm like, how is this possible? It was his account of what happened.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was fascinating. It's only like 80 pages to read. But what was interesting about is the movie did her so much better than her assistant or her servant.
Oh, interesting.
The way she was spending cash, she was blowing shit on crazy things. And then she was hedging her bet because the king died of smallpox, right? And so she thinks because she was acting in a capacity which you may think is the queen, but she wasn't formally dubbed the queen. She needed Marie Antoinette to acknowledge her because Jean is dating Marie Antoinette's grandfather-in-law.
Oh, wow.
Kate Middleton, Prince Charles.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So she needs Marie Antoinette to like her, to acknowledge her, to just say one thing, which gives her the permission to stay within the court. They had I don't know if they did that in Bridgerton or whatever, but finally Marie Antoinette says something like, there's a lot of people here at this park today. Wouldn't you think? She's like, oh my God, she spoke to me. Then it's okay for her to continue to hang out and do all the things. Well, Marie Antoinette, he doesn't really talk about, it started to get pretty boring towards the end, but so she's in favor with them. But now as there's the revolution in which Marie Antoinette's she is at the guillotine and whatever, but long story short, they come for her and her head gets chopped off.
Oh, I am going to watch it. That sounds really good.
It was fascinating. They don't show that part in the movie.
Oh.
They keep her very pristine. They kind of whitewash her and make her, it seemed very accurate until after he dies. In this movie, she goes to a convent. She does go to a convent, I think. I don't know. But then she's on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, she's hanging out with this count. On Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, she's hanging out with a different dude, trying to hedge her bets, who's going to pick me up. Mm-hmm. Just like any old lady may know how to do.
Yep.
Right? And then she is just spending too much money. thinking that she will never fall out of favor and she will still be the darling because people were starting to emulate her designs and what she was wearing, like makeup trends and fashion trends. So she was a trendsetter.
Oh, I love that. An influencer.
It really, yeah, she really was. It's a great, beautiful movie that I was like, this doesn't look great.
I'll give it a go.
Oh, I love it. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a very sophisticated Bridgerton.
Okay. I have something that you might enjoy. It's a documentary.
I look forward to it.
The Zodiac.
Oh, I think I watched some of that.
Oh, it's so good. It's 3 parts.
Yeah.
So the Zodiac Killer was in the 1970s, 80s, somewhere 70s, 80s, around that time, where this killer would, I think he almost stalked people or would just wait till someone is in a very deserted spot and then he would kill them.
Is that the farmer? Which one is this?
No, he was a teacher. He was a teacher.
Oh, yeah. I did watch this.
Mr. Allen. He was a teacher who befriended this family, this mom who has 10 kids.
Which is classic. If you've ever seen a pedophile, what do they do? Like, what's his name? Knight, where he would like go to the like mothers who were always divorced single moms raising their children and they just wanted to learn basketball. And he's like, come with me. And then when we're done, we can oil each other up in the basement.
Right. And the mom allows him to take the kids on long car rides.
It's called Free Baby. I know.
Yeah. And then what the fuck is wrong with you, mother?
No, everybody does.
That's so weird. Okay, but anyways, so he befriended this whole family. So the documentaries from the point of view of the kids now that they're in their 60s, 70s, and they're thinking and looking back, oh my God, he was the Zodiac killer. Because they would go to all the murder sites before they happened.
Yeah.
Once they figured that out.
Mm-hmm.
And then while this is happening, in the 70s, the Zodiac is sending codes for people to...
Yeah, what were those codes?
Yeah.
Those hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
The way in which he's communicating. So not all of them, but if you're a serial killer and you have like a propensity towards like mystery and like cloaking dagger, this guy like literally is sending hieroglyphics. He has too much free time on his hands.
Too much free time.
Because it's like triangle, cross, X.
And there's some kind of pattern to it. And there's still one that they haven't deciphered yet. It's taken years to decipher more that he sent in.
They do know it's him.
They know it's him, but there's no evidence. Yeah, he died because he had kidney disease. But there's no evidence. And his last letter that he sent to the police said, if you're reading this, it's because I'm dead. I am not the Zodiac killer.
He's a liar.
He's a liar. He's such a liar. He told one of the kids that he befriended before he died, yes, I am the Zodiac killer.
Oh,
another one of the girls was on a boat with him when he's later in life. And she said, are you the Zodiac killer? He said, if I tell you, I'll have to kill you too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's not creepy at all. Yeah, he would drug her.
He was taking advantage of her.
He was taking advantage of her.
Just drugging her. So she didn't remember.
And then the mom, I think the mom knew. I think the mom knew that he was the killer.
I saw in one of the previews, they're like, my mom got off knowing that it was him.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Mom was strange. But it all comes down to they can't convict him because there's no DNA evidence or there's not any evidence that he kept in his house. They searched his house multiple times. They interviewed him on TV multiple times. And it's just crazy because he would walk away from a crime scene and the cops were like, oh, did you see anything? He's like, nah. And they just let him go. So there were multiple chances for him to get caught. It's just crazy that technically that case is still unsolved.
I know. You know who's an angel of death? In addition to the Zodiac killer, is Tracy Anderson.
Oh, that little blonde bombshell.
Okay, so she's been around, how long?
25 years?
25 years. So she's got this Tracy Anderson, like she's a fitness guru. Like she's very tiny. She's got to be like 5'1" maybe. And she's taken like celebrities like most notably Gwyneth Paltrow is like swears by her style of like exercising. And I found myself thinking on a story the other day, I was like, I wonder if she gets tired of fucking working out all the time. Like, does she ever just get tired? Like, to be a fitness influencer, that takes so much work. Like, there's got to be a day where you're not into it, but you got to lead all the classes and you got to have, now she's doing like a lifestyle out of her home. And then I don't know what it was that got me to start thinking about her. She has gone through more husbands. They all ended up dead.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh. She exercised them to death.
Okay, so, like, for example, she married Eric Anderson in 1998, and they had a son, and then the couple got divorced in 2008, and then he died.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And then the next guy she married, they had a daughter, 2012. And 2013, they split. And then he died, 2020.
Wow.
So what is that? There's like the Black
She's a Black Widow.
Thank you. And I think there's the third one.
Oh, wow.
And you're just like, what? So maybe she drinks the blood of others in order for her to stay.
Oh my gosh, I could go down this rabbit hole all day. I think you're onto something with that.
Oh, really?
Because she's such a cult leader.
She's a cult leader.
I think she's sitting back laughing in her house being like, these people are dumb. I'm just going to keep on making up exercises that are so hard. The choreography. Choreography?
You did it.
It's very difficult because it's hard to follow. It's this, and then there's a move where you go like this, legs up in the air and like weight in between, and then you keep going something.
I can see why, but that just seems very like over sexualized.
It's over sexualized, and then you have to buy the equipment.
What's the equipment?
You need the wooden box, the dowel, a wooden dowel. She was selling hand weights that were 2 or 3 pounds for $500.
Because they said Tracy Anderson on them?
Yeah.
There's Tracy Anderson, like, fitness clubs.
Yeah.
It's almost like a studio, if you will, and it's $1,000 a month.
Uh-huh. $1,000 a month, which is insane.
Insane.
A drop-in's $50. Reasonable compared to $1,000 a month. Oh my
gosh.
But the thing with these classes is that there's no talking in the whole class. You just have to follow the instructor.
I kind of like that.
And hope that you can do the choreography. But
I'm not great with choreography.
I am thinking of ordering one of her online classes and trying to do it. Very difficult.
I would insist that we go to one.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I am in the back of my mind trying to get a trip, you and I, to New York City on the books.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, fun.
I know. And then we would do all that kind of stuff. Would you not love to go to that?
I would love to go to that studio.
But I don't understand. I'm like, how is she still got such a chokehold on us?
Well, I think that what happened is that she became the fitness guru to the stars. Gwyneth Paltrow endorsed her. That's literally all she needed.
Yeah.
And why would you deter from that path? You have everything set up for you.
That's literally what you hope for.
Yes, literally what you hope for.
So don't fuck it up.
Uh-huh. So I think she probably maybe she's sitting in bed depressed because she doesn't want to work out today, but she has to. Or what she's doing is batching a bunch of content. And then I think she only teaches an online class maybe once a week. She doesn't actually really teach that much. And she does her programs that you can buy online and all these pre-made things.
So it's a Tracy Anderson studio. You've been taught the Tracy Anderson method. Mm-hmm. And then you always have the possibility that maybe she'll drop by like Santa.
Yes, maybe.
And which she never does because she's in LA.
Uh-huh.
She's never coming to your New York studio.
Think about this. Maybe she's airbrushing on those abs that she has. I don't know.
Oh. I love it when you keep me checked in reality.
Because how could you possibly be that neurotic to be that diligent for 25 years?
25 years. You know who is?
Who?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, he is. I mean, he's still fit, but he's not neurotic.
He was
fit. Yeah.
I mean, he's 60 now.
Right.
He's almost 70.
He's 70.
He's 70. Yeah. So, but he was neurotic.
Mm-hmm.
I just think about people at the pinnacle of their career and how long did you have to be? I wish I was psychotic about my fitness.
Right. And also, I think with Tracy Anderson, she cannot let herself go because what a mindfuck would that be? Uh-huh. You are the epitome of health. Oh my God. And then all of a sudden you don't have abs anymore. Oh my God. You get a wrinkle? Oh. The come down off of that high.
Oh, she'd kill herself.
Oh my gosh. She might die young.
Yeah.
Stress.
I mean, it is like an eating disorder. She is like, yeah. I mean, she is the definition. Like, of course she has an eating disorder. She has to.
Yeah.
How could you not?
I know. How could you? Yeah, she has to.
I mean, like, I hope you do. Because that has got to be what internally drives you. You can't let Gwyneth Paltrow down.
No.
I mean, like,
Goop endorsed you, so you better not mess it up.
Holy cow. That is like the Lord above anointing you as perfection. When it, like fitness, like your fitness royalty.
Yeah. I do think, though, that sometimes she just likes to see what she can get away with the choreography. She's like, this looks dumb. Let's see if you can keep up.
It looks so hard. She just does these like rotator things. So she's got the little 2 pounds and she's like, it's like a shake weight for a lady.
Yeah. We need to get those weights, those Bala bracelet weights.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then
you could dry your hair using that.
Yeah.
That would be
oh God, I'd be ripped. Instead of 1 hour.
Like the monkey that holds the this flaccid
grip strength would be so strong.
the flaccid branch. Okay, so given that I am in a depressed state of mind, have you heard of this thing called the dopamine menu?
I have.
What do you think about it?
I think it's a good thing if you tend to be on the depressed side to keep track of things that can give you a dopamine hit.
Yeah, I do. I believe in this like 3x5 card method to my life. Like in the event of catastrophe, break this glass and whip out these 3x5 cards. I do it when, it's kind of a fucked up thing. Actually, now that I think about it. Why would I not air everything? Okay.
Keep going.
I was like, oh shit, I've actually never said this on air. Here we go. I'm afraid that if something were ever happen to my sugar daddy, I would be homeless, okay? The real is out. And so I always turn to Lindsay. I'm like, what should I do? And then there was a period of time, I've lost all my people. I lost all my friends. Okay, that's not the part I'm getting to. But I have a 3x5 card of, in the event that something happens and you're like on the precipice of being homeless, do these things. I haven't actually done it, but and I haven't done it for dopamines either. But today would have been a great day for me to do it. Usually it starts with Lindsay. Either get Lindsay on the phone or get Lindsay to come over or get Lindsay to wake you up or something. So there's a lot of burden on Lindsay to keep me alive.
I feel the pressure. The pressure is on for me to keep you alive. I think I come over, first dopamine hit.
Oh, yeah.
And then she said, Starbucks. Absolutely. We got to get outside for some fresh air and Starbucks.
Yeah.
I think
Stimulants.
Starbucks is always a dopamine hit. I love a little treat.
Oh.
You would think it would lose its treat allure, but it doesn't.
It's not just the drink that's being consumed that's the allure. It's like prancing down there.
Mm-hmm.
And then
everyone wants to say hi to us and talk to us. And then
you guys are so nice. I didn't do us dirty. I did it right by us by putting makeup on and looking pretty. I'm not trying to lose Lindsay. I didn't want to embarrass her in public.
No, what did we do the other day? You made me get dressed up. So you're not totally spiraling. I think that is a dopamine hit for me, is to actually put a dress on, get dressed up, not be in leggings. That always makes me feel really good.
Makeup makes me feel good.
Always some doggy time, Butch and Sunny time.
I was like, what are you talking about?
I was walking around the park today.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a Layla dog, but it was a Layla dog adjacent, same coloring, but different breed. And the dog kept on looking back at me and then just stopped. And the owner was like, I'm so sorry. She has to say hi to you. Oh. I'm like, okay, I know. So we said hi. She was just like, loved me. I was like, oh my God.
I love that.
Yeah. So that's always a good time.
Yeah, That is a good day. It's Halloween today.
It is. We had trick-or-treaters at work today.
Cute.
Yeah. They were dressed up like cats and superheroes and all the things.
Good. How do you feel about Halloween?
Don't like it. Not my fave.
Me neither.
I don't like the pressure of the costume. I don't know. And also this year with the costumes, there's nothing really trending.
Miss Peaches?
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Am I going to dress up like Miss Peaches?
Like the Dave or Pete the Beagle.
Oh, Pete the Beagle was a basketball and Miss Peaches was Caitlin Clark.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm. That's really cute.
Yeah, that seems obvious. I don't like it. And I'm wondering, because the anniversary of my dad's passing is tomorrow. I think it's 15 years. And I found myself wondering, would I like Halloween had he not passed?
Probably.
Yeah, I was pretty into it before. Not like Heidi Klum into it. Like, she's like the queen of Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
But I'm not that into it. But like, I liked it. Just feel like this is the vortex of like miserable holiday season.
And Chelsea was like, I don't know why I feel like this right now. This is every year. Right at this time.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do an activity for this week?
Oh, okay.
It's not that exciting.
Okay.
So last week off air, you have to understand my life hack right these days is there's something I don't want to do. I ask Lindsay to help me because I I turtle. I get frozen, paralyzed, and then I don't do it, and that's the worst thing that could possibly happen. So I learned this maybe a few months back, and I'm like, oh, just put your faith into Lindsay.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Lindsay, take my wheel. Okay, last week I had her read a letter that I received from my mom. Can you tell us what that said?
Let's see.
Just do the highlights. Okay.
Hey.
Oh, I haven't talked, but let me just set the stage. So she was here in the summer. She was here for 6 weeks back, and she left like around the 1st of July. I haven't talked to her since. It wasn't a great visit. It didn't bring us together.
No. The gist of the letter was, hey, I would like to talk to you, but maybe you do hate me so much that you don't want to talk to me. And maybe she said that. And then
even Lindsay's doing a nice, okay, this is what I heard from the letter.
Okay.
Chelsea, that was a miserable trip, and I think you need additional psychiatric help.
Oh yeah, there was that portion.
That was like literally the majority of it. She's like, please seek getting new meds and upping the dosage, and you need a new therapist. Or you just don't like me. I can't decide. So I thought today's activity, we could respond to her letter.
Oh.
And I was going to let you type it up. So there's a number of ways in which I could go about it, because I've been stewing about it for a while now. And I was thinking like I would answer back to the things that she said, but then I was like, no, that's not what I'm going to do. This time I'm going to be like, I was very disappointed by your actions.
Okay. Or what you could do is, you know how when you speak to her, she doesn't really listen and she says something completely different? Just respond with something completely different.
Yeah, like what?
Butch and Sunny had a really great walk today. The podcast is amazing. We're having such a good time. And I'm making chicken noodle soup today. Have a great day.
Okay, well, that was today's activity. The end.
The end.
I'm not going to necessarily send her a letter, I don't think. I mean, I would, but that's going to take, so I feel like, because there's a part of me that I have to stay in communication with her.
Mm-hmm.
If she's too far away, I'm not going to see her. And then like, it's too risky in my mind not to communicate.
And you really should communicate, because I want that hair shine serum that you got.
I can get it. I wouldn't even have to be speaking with her. I just Venmo her for it and she'll send it.
Oh.
So we could still do that.
Okay.
Like, that's not a lost cause. But yeah. Oh my God, I ate chicken yesterday.
Oh.
Speaking of chicken noodle soup.
Yeah.
It was really good. I devoured it like a savage.
See, isn't chicken good?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did eat it.
Especially those rotisserie chickens.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Nom, 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 nom.
I had some of that, and then I turned it into a soup, and the soup was really good.
Mm. I had matzo ball soup yesterday.
How was it?
Delicious, like always.
Yeah, mine was a little... Yeah, you know what? I would still give it probably like a 4.5 out of 5.
Okay.
Egg noodles are not healthy for you at all.
Really?
There wasn't one thing in there that I was just, let me just take a gander at the ingredients. It's fucked up. Don't touch it.
Oh.
I actually threw away the entire pot of noodles that I made and just drank the broth.
Oh, wow.
Because I was like, ooh. And I eat junk for a living. I am a trash can.
I mean, everything is made up of junk and chemicals. And
this was something alarming. I was like, there's nothing healthy about this.
Maybe if you found an organic egg noodle, or like not organic, but a simple egg noodle. Shouldn't it just be eggs, flour?
It was, but it wasn't.
Oh.
I was under the impression that you're eating a healthier noodle when it has the word egg in it. Turns out it was not.
Well, I assume all noodles are not healthy.
How could something be dried and petrified and then still... Okay, so...
Let me tell you what else I'm being targeted for on Instagram.
Oh.
My algorithm is attacking me. Because speaking of like chemicals and bad things,
yeah,
I've been getting targeted for the PFAS, Forever Chemicals. Don't ask me what that acronym stands for, but Forever Chemicals. And
I think I am too, now that you mention it.
And they're in everything. So it started with this Dr. Paul Saladino, and he's at the grocery store, and he's putting his t-shirt over his hand. He's like, don't touch receipts. They're filled with chemicals. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
I know. I was so
that
annoyed.
Is over the line of ridiculousness.
Yeah.
And then, just because he's nutty, he's like, here's this airport hack that I have when I'm traveling, because they won't let you bring on bottles of water. So I bring 10 coconuts with me. So I have fresh coconut water. So he's like cracking open a coconut.
You can't transport fruits and vegetables.
I guess you can. He was in Costa Rica flying back, and he brought his coconuts.
It's like a legal thing you can't. Okay, go on.
I don't know. But then this is where it really got me. Lululemon, Forever Chemicals. And he said they're like concentrated in the crotch of your Lululemon leggings.
I don't doubt it.
I'm like, well, yeah, probably.
And that's why people are having a hard time getting pregnant?
Mm-hmm. I think so. I think there's a correlation there.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
That's why we're a superior human being, because we're not trying.
Exactly.
We're not going to populate the world with more forever chemical children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're welcome.
I also would like to start a GoFundMe campaign for Butch and Sunny and their eyeballs.
Oh, yes.
I want to do like buttons and posters and like live cutouts and just do. I've never done a GoFundMe campaign.
Ooh, okay, this is what we'll end on. Okay, we'll do a Butch and Sunny merch drop where we have t-shirts, we have stickers, we've got buttons, and be like, eyes for Sunny. I stand with Sunny.
And you wonder why I get a kick. Okay, let's end on this. The nicest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I can die now, which I'm always right. It's always a possibility. Okay, we were just having a simple conversation. I was like, so what if I'm obsessed with you, Lindsay? And then she's reporting. She's like, so what if I'm obsessed with you? And I was like, it's the nicest thing. I keep hearing it in my head. And I was like, it's so nice.
I hope that gets you through another day.
To another morning of donuts.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the donuts are making me depressed. Do they make you depressed?
Yeah, probably. All those chemicals in there. Sugar high and low immediately in the morning.
Oh my God. So happy to be here. Okay.
All right, watch out for our Butch and Sunny merch drop. I stand with Sunny. The end. Share this with your besties. Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.